And welcome everybody for our first training opportunity in November. It's going quickly. We're going to be at the end of 2021 before we know it. I wanted to remind everybody that CSNO is offering a grant opportunity for those of you who have done a community needs assessment from March 16th, 2020, all through 21 and all through September 22, if you're going to be doing one later, that CSNO will be able to help you pay for a portion of your community needs assessment. This is through a benefit through the CARES Act funding from the state office. So thank you, Erin, for that. We can pay up to $5,000. And Amy, I just dropped your check in the mail today. So you should be getting that very soon. So even if you haven't completed your needs assessment yet, please remember that you can still reserve your spot and hold some money for yourself. And if you did one in 2020 or did one in 21, you still qualify for this application. The newsletter is going out this morning. There is a link in that newsletter and you can just follow that and apply. We'll go ahead and get everybody set up that way. In the meantime, I want to introduce you to Brennan and Amy. They are from Converse County Human Services Council. Is that correct? Did I say that right?
Pretty much.
Close enough. Yeah. I'm gonna, you know what? It's probably just better that I let them introduce themselves. I'm gonna start with you, Brennan, if you can tell us who you are.
Hello, I'm Brennin Clark. I graduated with a bachelor's degree from Black Hills State University. I graduated with a business and a management degree. This school is one of the top 5% business schools and is accredited by the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business.
All right, thank you.
A little introduction.
Thank you. And Amy, for those of us that don't, we're all know you, but go ahead and give yourself a quick introduction.
I'm Amy with the Community Service Block Grant in Converse County. I took over for Bob Shamori about 1.5 years ago, so I'm still pretty green, and I'm an overachiever. I had this really cushy job when I started and I went and messed it up. And so I'm now trying to figure out how to capacity build and keep the amazing momentum that we have and the great things that we're doing in our community going. Needless to say, the 6 a.m. mornings and then getting back to work the next day has got to go because my bags are getting big. So Susan's been helping me with trying to figure out, because we have never done any kind of fundraising or we just have been completely CSBG and community funds. So we're looking at different things to try and grow our little group. And as you see, I have 3 lovely ladies with me today, and we'd like to keep them employed past the next part. So we're working really hard at figuring out how we're going to do that.
Thank you so much. Well, who wants to start, Brennan and Amy, really kind of talking about what you guys want to share with us today?
Amy is going to start with this one.
No.
Okay, but do you have the video loaded? So you'll just share it straight from?
Oh, I can for you, absolutely.
We weren't sure if we were both going to have that sharing capability, so I went ahead and recorded mine so that I don't have any goof-offs.
Share screen. Share.
Does it not have any volume, Brennan, on your side?
Oops, that means I shared it wrong.
That's
and
okay.
I will reshare with sound.
All right.
Can everyone hear it now?
Converse County Community Service Block Grant is dedicated to reducing poverty by empowering people through education, advocacy, crisis intervention, and by providing opportunities towards self-sufficiency through partnerships with local and regional organizations. Do you feel like your clients always have emergencies and you're tired of putting on a Band-Aid? So are we. So we wanted to address issues in our community, such as low or no income, mainly due to job loss, COVID-19, lack of skills, or the education. We believe that our partnership with Cowboy State Healthcare Training speaks to our mission and our community needs. Through our partnerships, we offer education and personal development grants to build stronger single-parent individuals and their brains, to gain new skills to assist in navigating these challenging times. We aim to help them with life skills and soft skills. Our goal in developing these skills is to help them become more self-sufficient. Our vision is to develop better mental health, healthy individuals, families, and citizens in Converse County. Cowboy State Healthcare Training has provided us with CNA, CNA 2, and MedTech Toolbox courses 1, 2, and 3. Using Microsoft Teams, the client not only sees success in the virtual classroom, which has provided them with skills for new and more advanced jobs. Additionally, they have also gained confidence that they are applying to other parts of their lives. Our program serves all qualified adults willing to learn and put in the work to meet their needs. We have had several senior citizens who have re-entered the workforce or improved life skills. From young to old, this program has helped many in our community. Together with CSBG and additional organizations and community members and leaders, and reviewing our strategic plan, we have requested supplemental training and courses to support mental health and personal growth, to support employment development and life skills within our community. We believe that this partnership gives our clients the freedom they need to regain self-sufficiency and independence, which is our number one goal at CSBG. Our vision for our clients with this partnership is to help them be a better citizen, a better in-person employee, or a better virtual remote employee. With a combination of case management, one-on-one coaching, job coaching, 30-day subscriptions to professional and innovative technology, reaching our CSBG annual goals is easy. These programs support our community needs and is in line with our budget and clients served. It has opened the doors for new funding opportunities. We have matched and created all the services and NPIs and have completed the mapping system. Sylvia has uploaded it into CAP 60, and all I have to do is choose the award system. We will review examples of this later in the highlight. Next, we have Brennan joining us from 4 Optimization to explain some of the highlights of the Toolbox course and curriculum.
That was a quick introduction about kind of our partnership and what we do with CSBG. I currently have a connection through Cowboy State Healthcare Training and kind of contract through them and help them with their CNA class and providing tips and tools to help them really throughout their career. And it has helped tremendously for them, which brought us to why we started our own class and kind of went into more of providing online jobs as well. So with the economic downturn during this pandemic, it's been the goal of For Optimization to help improve the lives of our clients. Retraining for a new career will require commitment and flexibility. During this time of uncertainty, individuals are often resistant towards getting back on track, especially when they are down and feel like they do not have control over their lives. By providing your clients with skills and adding resources to their toolbox, we hope to ignite a motivation that will help them reorganize and regain that control. Douglas and Glenrock are both rurally located and trapped between larger towns. By bringing jobs that do not require traveling, those who cannot afford the financial strain of traveling for work or simply do not have the ability to travel for work will still have an opportunity to gain a job from their home using their newfound skills. So our team consists of only 2 individuals right now, but we are looking to expand. We just created this online platform for this capabilities. I already introduced myself, but our main content creator, her name is Hannah. She received her bachelor's degree in psychology and is currently in her final year of her graduate program, receiving her master's degree in experimental psychology. She has always been passionate about influencing a positive change in her community. Now, Hannah is applying her many hours of research and knowledge that she has collected to help improve the lives of the citizens of Wyoming. She is excited to share with her clients her tools to prepare them for life changes and excite them about their own passions. So this is just a quick introduction of our website. It's very interactive for any of the future clients that might be going through this. Get into the slideshow. Go ahead and put on the presenter so everyone can see the notes as well. So I do also have videos in this just to explain everything as they would be explained on the online course. So everyone can kind of get an idea of how that'll look and play out for everyone.
To 4 optimization. We will provide a 3-step course, each equating to 20 scheduled days of work. Your clients will also receive one-on-one coaching sessions throughout the entire 90-day program. Part 1 of the course is our toolbox course. Let's dive in. Overall, this course is intended to help anyone gain skills they may not have the opportunity to learn.
So I'm just trying to get that out of there. So the green little bubble's not there.
Each week, we will review materials that will help clients gain a better understanding of themselves. By going through journaling, goals, self-esteem, etiquette, time management, budgeting, and much more, we hope to provide clients with tips and secrets to help them in everyday life. These tools will make it more manageable to focus on their goals and lead them to a sense of accomplishment, and in turn, help them live towards a better life. Week 1. Growth mindset, journaling, and self-awareness. The first day of class is focused on teaching clients about what a growth mindset is, how they can change a fixed mindset into a growth mindset, and how having a growth mindset is helpful in their self-healing journey. The next day, we learn about a variety of journaling techniques. This is because we know that a cookie-cutter solution will not help everyone. We offer a variety of techniques to allow clients to pick and choose what works best for them. Journaling allows clients to engage in self-reflection, which gives them insight into where they've been, where they are, and where they want to go. On the last day of the first week, they will learn about self-awareness. Being more self-aware of thoughts and emotions will give clients a better understanding of themselves. Positive self-talk is a powerful tool to help increase confidence and defeat negative emotions triggered by certain situations. Week 2. Goal setting, habits, and time management. Week 2. We go over goal setting techniques where clients learn how to set goals based on their own personal wants. These goals are reviewed at each weekly individual meeting. We then teach clients about habits and patterns in behavior. Habits are essential to creating healthy behavior patterns that will help clients reach their goals. Then they learn about time management. Being able to manage time wisely is one of the most effective ways of being productive. We provide tools that will help clients learn how to take control of their lives. Week 3. Self-esteem, self-confidence, and overcoming fears. We know that change can be overwhelming, so we want to provide clients with the proper building blocks that will help them through the entirety of this course. We teach clients the value of inner self-esteem and give them techniques in how to build it. Then, we give clients tools that will help them build and maintain their confidence in themselves. Self-confidence influences thinking patterns, feelings, and behavior. We teach clients how to feel powerful and continue their journey of self-care and self-love. We know that all this self-reflection can be scary. We incorporated a day where clients learn techniques on how they can overcome their fears so they can continue on their journey. Week 4. Budgeting, conflict resolution, and mindfulness. Budgeting, investing, and managing your money can get you to your goals faster. This is one of many reasons why it's important for clients to learn about these topics in the first part of the course. The second day of the final week also follows the same pattern as we teach clients basic conflict resolution skills that they can use in many settings. To finish the toolbox course, clients learn the importance of mindfulness and the skills that come with it. Mindfulness wraps up self-awareness and behavior patterns all in one, but is a unique way of ending this course.
Yes, please do put in your questions. So basically what we provide is a course of workbooks throughout this course, as well as a personal journal, and then a planner designated for the entirety of this course, as well as recently online interactive access to the entirety of the program.
Part 2 of the course is our
And then CSBG during that time, during that first 30 days, does case management. We meet with them and we also talk with them about their budgets and their goals. And we provide a scholarship to our clients. And so if they have some of those insecurities that you would have during college, like some bills that come up, we assist them with that as well.
So that was going to be one of my questions, Amy, while they're going through this process, if there's some stabilization funding to keep them stable as they grow, that's available to them.
Right.
Okay.
And also, I mean, ERAP has really made the, it's so much easier to really, you know, help with some of those other things like car insurance that you wouldn't be able to normally. I mean, you only have so much money. So when ERAP's taking care of the rent and the utilities and those things, being able to really help them with their car payments and showing them, you know, by leveraging those funds, maybe they have other insecurities that they need help with, and making that budget is super important during that time. So it's really amazing to watch them. You know, sometimes they come out of class and they're crying and they're like, I didn't even realize I needed all of this stuff and I thought I was doing pretty good. And so they really, I mean, the workbook from that first one is about this big, and my board actually asked to see it, and they wanted to know if the clients were filling out the papers and actually doing everything, and they could not believe what the content was in there. So yeah, it's pretty neat. And I make all of my workers go through that first part, and so they know kind of, you know, what those clients are going through when they're handling case management as well. So that's what we do during that first 30 days.
And then this is the part 2.
Part 2 of the course is our job readiness course. Let's dive into it. Week 1, getting to know your PC, PC Basics 1, and PC Basics 2. Week 1 is focused on the beginning skills of getting to know your PC. The first day, we teach students about all the pieces that go into a PC, how to turn it on, what a keyboard is, what a mouse is, where the headphone jack is, so on and so forth. These skills may seem basic, but as we ran through the course, we found this to be very helpful, as some students have never even turned on their own computer before. Day 2, we get more detailed as we work through more computer skills. Here, students learn how to take screenshots, which will be important for assignments in the upcoming classes. They also learn how to check their internet speed, which is important to know, especially if they want to have an online job. During the second day, students also take their first typing test and begin to practice their typing skills. Day 3 is where students learn about the web browser and how to navigate the web. They will learn about the importance of password management and be introduced to different meeting tools that they will be using for this part of the course. These meeting tools also are important for an online work environment. Finally, they are introduced to Google Drive, where they will begin learning about Google Docs. Week 2. Home Office, Budgeting, LinkedIn, Goals, Google Sheets, Microsoft Teams, Conflict at Work, and Money Management. During the first day of Week 2, clients learn about the importance of a clean work environment and how they can set up a home office, especially while dealing with the chaos that they may be facing at home. We also reviewed the budget that they begin from the first part of the course and continue reinforcing those skills. During Week 2, clients are introduced to LinkedIn Learning, where they will begin their courses, paid by for optimization. Day 2 wraps up the conversation of a home office. We also address any issues that the client might be facing in setting up their office, such as working with CSBG to help provide internet for their clients. This day is also focused on reviewing the goals that each client set up for themselves during Part 1 of this class. They are also introduced to Google Sheets and additional meeting tools such as Microsoft Teams. Day 3 is where we get into more personable skills that will help the client in the work environment. The first half of the class focuses on how to talk to your boss and deal with conflict at work. Then we talk about what they can do with their income, such as setting up bank accounts to hold their money and certain retirement plans that can help prepare them for the future. Week 3. Job etiquette, time management, personal skills, and Google Slides. During Week 3, we continue the conversation of at-work behavior habits. This includes job etiquette, why instant gratification is an issue, and how to be more patient with yourself and with others. On the second day, we revisit the time management conversation, but apply it to how to be more productive and manage time better while at work. We also discuss how it's important to be a part of the system of work, meaning that teamwork is vital in work environments, even if you are a manager. It's important to know how the system works as a whole, where they fit, and where their role is within that system. On the last day of Week 3, we ask clients to reflect on past jobs that they have had and any knowledge and skills that they have picked up in those jobs. Some clients might not have had a job before, so we help them review what skills they have picked up from going through life. For example, a stay-at-home mom might not have job experience, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't know how to manage. We also teach clients how they can create a slideshow using Google Slides. Week 4. Habits, positive work environment, flex jobs, and LinkedIn. In the final week of job readiness, clients will revisit habit building as we discuss good habits in the work environment. This includes communicating effectively to not only customers, but also to coworkers and employers. We also revisit journaling and how journaling can help deal with the stresses of work. Then we dive into the next day by discussing how to create a positive work environment and what they can do to get a promotion. We also wrap up this day by revisiting any issues that they might have ran into while working remotely and how to solve them. The final day is dedicated to flex jobs and LinkedIn. We will dive into how to find a job using these websites. The final part of this course is focused on building the client's resume and improving their interviewing skills so that they can land the job that they want to help them get to the next step. This part of the course no longer has class multiple times a week. Clients will attend class once a week and will meet weekly with a coach to discuss their progress.
We'll go over kind of what the LinkedIn certifications that we offer that typically are easy kind of walk-in jobs for the clients are typically our customer service, sales, and administrative assistant. Of course, you can always ask for customizable courses upon demand, as we've done that for CSBG in the past. It's just showing kind of where and how many jobs there are available and maybe showing that there's more resources in other states for some of those jobs than in our state. But that doesn't mean that we can't build the infrastructure here in Wyoming. And then CSVG.
So with
You wanna-
CSVG during this portion, we do offer support materials. So in the very beginning, even before they start the class, we send out a form that asks them questions like, do you have a laptop? Do you have internet? They don't know why we're asking those questions, obviously. And so we ask those questions so that we know what the cost of their grant is going to be and how to utilize that throughout the course. Sometimes they do come in and the computer that they think is good is not actually good enough for what current technology is. So we do build in that. We have them rent that at the beginning. And if they complete the course, then we give that to them as a graduation gift. And so we provide case management during that portion of the course. Brennan builds classroom in teams, and then he has each little individual part. So I'll go in there and ask him how it's going and throw a little meme in there. And he has the whole classroom setting. And so it's kind of just a fun time to encourage them, because while they're in that class, the other days that they're in there, those 20 hours that he's talking about per week, they're actually completing their certifications. They just they do that on their own, not with Brennan. So Brennan pulls worksheets from that during the week and then tests them on that randomly on Fridays, pop quizzes. So we provide the case management during that portion and support their needs. And like I said, support the classroom and kind of just make it a fun environment for them. And right now we have 23 people on our wait list, and we can only currently, with me being the only case manager, handle about 7 of them. So we have about only because, like I said, we're trying to capacity build, we have probably a 6-month wait list to get into the class right now. And that's not because of Brennan, that's because of us. We just want to do it professionally. And so we are adding case managers and trying to train them as quickly as we can. But obviously we don't have an endless amount of money either. So we are just doing what we can for who we can.
So on this particular one, Brennan, what would you say would be an ideal number of clients that you could work with in a given week? And I know clients are going to be in different stages all the time, but can you speak to that just a little bit about what the capacity is should another county want to do something like this with you?
Yeah, of course. So realistically, I have about 2 to 3 coaches that I have on hand that I can hire at any moment due to this meeting that we're talking about right now. I've already interviewed them and have them ready, and we're looking at about 100 to 125 clients capability at a time every month, realistically. And that can be at any point in the program. So although like some of them might be in stage 3, like you're saying, in stage 1, as long as the number is not reaching over that 120 or 100, depending on if people are taking like a sick leave during that period, and I'll let everyone know that well beforehand. But that is looking on the numbers on what we're looking for.
What's nice about it is, like Brennan is showing you, where the 3 in-person classes that he's holding during that 60-day period, they're the same for everybody. But where they might be in their casework is where they would be different. So that's where it's nice. They show up to class just like a college class does, and they go to their class, those scheduled classes. And Brennan has so like when you were looking at the computer stuff, obviously we have clients that are beyond those computer skills. And so he has in the morning or afternoon, mid-afternoon, he has a beginner's course. And then he has a more advanced course in the evening time. So the clients and Brennan and I kind of talk about where we think those clients fit in. So when you're online, it's just like a college when he has his classes all at the same time. so that not everybody's at different places. Just their coursework or their certifications would be different based off of where they are.
Okay, so then Brennan, I'm assuming you'll be talking later about the details of how we could find out more as a grantee moving forward in terms of price, capacity, et cetera.
Exactly.
Okay,
We
sounds
haven't
good.
really
I'll-
defined a definitive price yet, but we are basing it off of what we're currently charging for CSBG, but basically reducing it massively because I won't be physically talking every hour, as it's going to be these recorded videos that we are presenting today. Like these videos, I should say. Obviously, it's not going to be the same information, but the information provided in a much longer period of time. Each course runs about 40 to 45 minutes long, typically, and with all the interactive parts where they're answering questions, helping with the future for the coach, and helping them decide which route to take, with helping with any of the key concepts that we talk about in the course.
And is this organization that you're talking about now, the class work and the coursework that you're doing is the precursor to any of your CNA training, or is that completely a separate?
The first 30 days is based on what we did for the CNA class at the beginning. We grabbed 4 concepts from the 30-day program and do 4 class sessions. Since they only meet about 8 times, we try to at least utilize half their time during what's called a lunch and learn, where I come in, I provide lunch for them, and we just learn about basic concepts like budgeting, time management, customer service and relations, and how to get a promotion.
Okay.
Basic concepts so that they can move up in the supply chain and also be a viable resource for their career later on.
And some of that came with like ethics training, because the trainer couldn't say what she wanted to say about some of the ethical things, like don't wear jewelry and stuff like that, because the clients, in a CNA position might pull on those things, or what a sterile environment was, because they have approved courses and they can't change their curriculum because it's approved by their state. And so when we come in during lunch, it's optional to them. And so that's something that CSBG provides to the CNA courses. And we've had clients stay in those positions longer because they're getting that ethics training and portions of that. So we've had, employers reach out to us and ask us for the training. And I have to refer them to Brennan, because I'm like, I'm just, you might have heard about it, but I don't do the training. I'm just the caseworker.
And I was starting to capacity build, and I built this online website to start to handle the capacity building options for everyone so that they can easily be added to the course whenever they are able to get in, rather than having a certain whitelist period. The whitelist period will just be that number cap depending on how many coaches are available during that time period. I will start part 3 now. And then we'll go over kind of the client stories and stuff like that. And then I'll be happy to answer all the lovely questions at the end.
Part 3, Resume and Interviewing. Week 1, LinkedIn, networking on LinkedIn, and meeting with your coach. Week 1, clients learn how to set up their profile on LinkedIn and how to network with employers on LinkedIn. During the weekly meeting, the coach will review each client's profile and provide feedback. Week 2, Flex Jobs, Resumes, and Weekly Meeting. During Week 2, clients are given a review to Flex Jobs and begin building their own resumes. During the weekly coaching meeting, coaches will provide feedback on the resumes and help the client where needed. They will also help them navigate Flex Jobs if they are still confused after practicing on their own. Week 3, Questions about resume and interviewing skills, and weekly coaching meeting. Week 3 consists of talking more about the resume and interviewing skills. Clients have already been practicing, so this week's class is more of a question and answer session for them. Their weekly meeting consists of finalizing their resume and practicing interviewing with the client. Week 4, job search with clients, check in with interviewing skills, and mock interview. During the final week, there is no class. However, the client will be actively searching and applying for jobs if they do not already have one. If they already have a job, they might be setting up a meeting to ask for promotion or continue working towards working up positions at their work. During the weekly meeting, we practice interviewing again by having clients go through a mock interview. We are looking forward to supporting your organization in the process of helping your clients on the road to self-sufficiency. Our residents in poverty are often hampered by inadequate skills and education, leading to limited wages and job opportunities. With oil, gas, and coal jobs evaporating, this is especially true in some communities of Wyoming. With your help, we will introduce your clients to the vast employment possibilities available in the in-person and virtual world. It is a very different world than the brick-and-mortar setting. The virtual working world has its protocols, navigational paths, structures, flexibility, ways of communicating, and tools. Employers need trained workers, and unemployed citizens need the flexibility to work virtually. For Optimization is dedicated to being a part of the solution. We are a customizable source that is ready to meet the needs of your clients. Thank you for your time and consideration.
So during this time, CSBG itself,
We contact local community members, businesses, and those mock interviews that Brennan talks about. Sometimes we'll have maybe our board members or, people at banks, other areas to try and help, create that community engagement. We'll have them do some of those mock interviews. Brennan has an AI integration that he sends me. So when they do their mock interview, he has the capability of actually sending me the results of that. And at different times, he'll send me results from their questions that they have and different ways that they participate. So it's kind of neat. I don't love critique, but I guess I don't mind it from the computer. So, it's kind of funny. I think I don't know why, but it's like everybody has a different learning style. So I feel like he kind of meets that. That's some of the ways my community gave me like $120,000 and asked me to make them good citizens. And so not all of my clients are looking for job employment. So maybe they're looking for communication, just some kind of way to stay in the program, because we have a $500 cap for emergency needs. And so if they're going to go beyond that $500, they kind of give us a little bit of skin and a little bit of time in developing some of their skills. And so it's kind of fun to work with them. And so we also do mini makeovers during that time. And so these are some of our clients, the before pictures, and we shop at local stores to help keep the money in the community because we get money from our county resources as well. So we take them to thrift stores and we look for their interview clothing, and we have an amazingly fun day. Some of our local salons help participate. So for us as a small organization, it's helping us build our community strengths as well at the same time. So let's see what we did with them from the beginning to the end. So these are the way that they came in that day. Go ahead, Brennan.
Okay, so client number 1 came to this program not sure what they wanted. The client was down on themselves due to a recent layoff in the oil field. With no real options for feeding his family, client 1 sought after this course to help their family. For Optimization, worked closely with this client to ensure they built up their confidence and morale. Although the client was planning on going into the online workforce, they were able to find a very livable wage at $32 an hour. Client 1's scores in self-esteem went up 15% from their original test. This client only needed the first 30 days of the program to get back into the workforce and find their feet again. Client 2 came into the program with no high school diploma or GED. Originally, they came to For Optimization for help getting a job and becoming more self-sufficient. Throughout this course, Client 2 was dedicated to showing up and making changes in their life. Client 2 deals with an abusive relationship at home with little to no help in making changes to better themselves. This class gave this client the strength to make the change they needed. Client 2 saw 31% overall growth in resilience and 38% in motivation. This program allowed Client 2 to build skills and get their certifications, which played a role in getting their first job. This program also helped Client 2 build the client's independence, which allowed them to deal with the abusive situation. Client 3 came to this program in hopes of getting an online job. During the first 30 days of the program, we saw massive success in their motivation at a 38% overall change. Client 3 was able to find a footing and take an opportunity where they sought after. Client 3 was able to get a job locally in Converse County. This company's infrastructure was not built yet, so it left Client 3 with a chance to help with the process. Client 3 switched roles in the class and started working on a project that would help set their business apart from others locally. For Optimization taught Client 3 the fundamentals of building a free website that could connect with its customers. With class tailored to its client, it allowed Client 3 to help set up the infrastructure to help with a positive image, which allowed easy online opportunities later. Due to Client 3's resilience, they were able to put enough input towards the company to be offered a permanent role. The program helped build the final and most important part. Client 3 learned advertising techniques that opposing companies haven't been able to use yet. With these techniques, they were able to connect with all their customers and allowed their customers to give reviews. These reviews generated more and more business as everyone rated the company 5 stars. These platforms include Facebook, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. Today, the company generates plenty of income and surpassed all Client 3's goal for the first year of operation. Client 4 was sent through one of our local partners, which in this case was a mental health clinic. Client 4 was told the program could help them with time management, motivation, and resilience. Their counselor recommended that they take the full 90 days since they did not have a job. During the first 30 days, For Optimization saw significant growth in Client 4. They improved by 12% in time management and grew by 15% in motivation and resilience. After the first 30 days, she gained enough confidence to go get a local job. During the 60 and 90 days, they were promoted to manager and are hoping to start a business to bring infrastructure to their town. For Optimization is still working with this client to help reach their goal. Client 5 came to For Optimization in mind of only taking the first 30 days. Client 5 was going to pursue a CNA license. Their plans changed when they received a part-time job while they were still in the program. Due to the significant life changes they made, Client 5 is en route to becoming a manager. Client 5's biggest changes were in their habits, with a 17% increase in self-discipline where they increased their score by 26% by the end of the 30 days. Their growth in this area allowed them to excel on their own and create long-lasting changes to help them with the details. So this is one of the reports that we generate for our clients. This one just happened to be for the Wyoming workforce for Client 6. Just some simple stuff, just talk about their pre and post, what it looks like on a graph, also give a simple bar graph, and then we just talk about the resilience overall. On these 9 concepts: resilience, learning, self-esteem, self-discipline, health, motivation, habits, time management, and CSBG's specific one on citizenship. These were the client's transformations.
Ooh, look at those girls.
I'll get rid of the presenter view so that everything is zoomed in. And go back to the before and the after. And then here's another video showing the change on one of the clients named Client 7. That's something that CSVG provides them after their makeover is done, just as a quick little booster. So quickly going over some goals for optimization. Let's put it on presenter view. Is to begin, we have goals that we as a company would like to reach. We'd like to see progress in at least 75% of our clients. So far, we have continued to exceed this goal. It is our mission to change the lives of citizens of Wyoming and install work ethic and determination in each of our clients. We know that healthcare is a challenge for many of our low-income population. It is our goal that clients reach 4 goals that provide benefits such as health, insurance, so that our clients are better able to be self-sufficient and provide for themselves and their families. Overall, we'd like to see our clients break generational curses and raise themselves above the poverty line. This is where CSVG will talk about mapping, where I will quickly go that Gmail. Scroll down to this.
Look at that beauty, ladies. When Susan presented us with that amazing sheet, it like all the light bulbs went on for me, and I was like, if I do this, I can do that. And so I met a lot of times with Sylvia. So this is already created in Cap 60. It's very easy for Sylvia to take the mapping and move it over. So all I have to do is hit the word housing, and all of the MPIs and services come up. All the mapping is already done for me. It's amazing. When I pick the first part of the toolbox, all I have to do is pick the word toolbox. So, so much easier to really show the state and federal government what we're doing and how it's changing and what services and goals that we're reaching for the client. So took a lot of work, but it is pretty beautiful. It's working pretty slick. There's a few little tiny things in there that we're working on, but it has been amazing. So that really took a lot of work off of our thing, our table in presenting that. So know that it's already built and so easy to far surpass our goals. Even with the first class, when we hit our first class, we had already met all of our goals for the entire year. So that was pretty cool.
Amy, I am so proud of you. I know how hard you worked on this. And I know how hard you have been working with engaging your board and truly understanding the work that we're doing. It is very tempting for boards to take the easy way into emergency stabilization. And through conversations that you and I have had, we talk a lot about we're kind of tired of just doing the Band-Aid and not seeing forward progress. And so I just want to congratulate you on being so thoughtful and intentional in putting your program together. And I can't wait to see your results after a full year of reporting and what you anticipate that looking like. Congratulations. Brennan, impressive.
Thank you.
I have to say, I really, really like it. I would like to open to the room for any questions that anybody might have. I suspect when I put this out there on the recording that we'll probably have quite a few people watch this, and we'll make sure that it goes out in the next newsletter as well. But does anybody have any questions?
No, I just wanted to say great presentation.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
It's impressive to watch what community action can look like. And when we are intentional in that working forward, just think of how easy next year is going to be, Amy. You did the hard easy. It was hard up front. You'll be able to evaluate all of your outcomes, do your assessments, and come March, April, when that next year application comes up, you're going to be like, I know what we're doing here, and it feels good. Congratulations.
We've done our strategic plan. We looked at it. We've made some tweaks to it. Then the neat thing is that Brennan is a coach for the state of Wyoming and the workforce. And he has a relationship with our drug and alcohol services. And so those are partners where they get services from them, but there's things that they can't get from them. So we're not duplicating the services, but we're really wrapping that whole service around in our community and really bringing those changes about.
And that's what it's all about, is building those linkages, making sure that we're using partnerships that do wrap a community around a person. It not only tells them that they matter, it shows them you matter to us and our community. So congratulations. I think that's wonderful. I'm going to ask the big question, Brennan. What's this going to cost?
We're looking at reducing the cost about 30 to 40% from what it's looking at CSVG right now, which is around the $2,200 mark. And that was with a lot of coaching around, I think it was, I don't know off the top of my head. I will not say anything.
No, $50 an hour to coach. So I was like,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to hold you to that. I'm not going to hold you to that.
I'm going to guess originally it's about 1 hour per class, and I don't charge the second class because that's just not, I don't think that's right. So 1 hour per class per day. And then I have that hour coaching meeting. So around 4 hours per week was realistically what it was. And then that was over the 3-month period. So it's around $1,500 is what I'm looking at for the online course, just because I won't be doing any of those online sessions, those 3 hours a week. It's only going to be mainly a 15-minute checkup after each class, after each, like they go through their class period, their day. So that they might be time management. After that time management section, I'd like them to meet with a coach for 15 minutes just to go over any questions that they might have or anything concerns, anything that they can be answered.
And some of them only need the 30 days. So
right.
Yes, realistically, which is only going to cost, I want to split it up equally between the 3 sections at $500 per one, just because it is the equal coaching amount per section for the online capability, just because it is that 2 hours worth of coaching per week.
And Brennan, real quick, and I'm not going to hold you to pricing because I know this is going to be an individual proposal that you would want to offer each individual grantee. But have you piloted this in 100% virtual environment yet? Because I know you do meet in person. When I was in Douglas, you actually were holding a class while I was there.
That second class in the evening is 100% virtual. The first one in the day is not.
Correct.
Yep.
Yep, and try to make sure that it's both, so that especially towards the end of the class, it's held virtually during the last 90 days, at least in CSBG, because I'm really just trying to focus on the clients being able to be in the online environment if they so choose. I do have clients who do stay locally. It's just having that option for even just a part-time job for an extra 20 hours a week that might set them above that poverty line.
Awesome. Well,
luckily, Douglas is nice and centrally located.
Yes, that's true.
I just think it's really impressive, and I want to thank you for taking time out of what appears to be a very busy schedule to show this to us, because I think you know, obviously local decisions and local needs are going to change by grantee, and being able to be that flexible person
Mhm.
to develop something that's necessary for that community is so critically important. I want to honor everybody's time by, I'm looking at the time right now and it is 11:03. I recognize that we had a little bit of a late start, but thank you all for coming. Brennan, do you want to give your contact information? Amy,
Yes,
put your
absolutely.
contact information in the chat so everybody can cut and paste that and reach out to you. And I have your email. And would it be with your permission, Brennan, that I would be able to put your contact information in the newsletter with this recording?
Yep, absolutely. That will not be a problem at all.
Okay. Thank you all so very, very much. I'm so glad you guys were able to reach us or join us today. And I look forward to seeing you at our next training session, which we're going to be talking about community needs assessments. Now that we have it, or we're planning for one, what do we do with it? So I look forward to seeing you guys all then. Thank you all very, very much. Nice presentation. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Hope everyone has a great day.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.